Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the brand new CR7 Chapter 4 Forged for Greatness Nike Mercurial Superfly 5. So as you can see, this is a very interesting colorway for the Superfly 5, and it is of course a signature colorway for Cristiano Ronaldo, part of their chapter series where essentially each colorway tells a small part of Cristiano Ronaldo's career. And I think it's a pretty cool way of having different inspirations for his signature colorway. And we'll talk about that in more detail in today's video, along with going over the details of this specific colorway. We'll talk tech specs, performance, as well as take a look at how these things fit and feel on feet. So if you're interested in learning more, please stick around, watch the entire video. If you're interested in a pair of these for yourself, they've been unveiled, but they're not going to be available to purchase until April 10th. So if you are interested in a pair, I'll leave a little pop-up on screen, or you can click the first link down below in the description. And as soon as links are available, as soon as you can purchase these, you will find Buy It Now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you'll be able to purchase these below their normal $325 retail price. Keep in mind that there is a $25 premium, being that it is a Cristiano Ronaldo signature. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. Now, of course, being a top-end model from Nike, these do come with a string bag. It's bright orange in color with the same logo you're going to find on the Insole, a CR7 branded string bag. It's a little bit different than what you would normally get. Still very, very nice. And of course, let's talk about the colorway, because again, it is definitely unusual. I will say this, that in person, they look significantly better than they do in the online pictures. I think in video form in general, they'll look a lot better as well, because you kind of get to see a little bit more of the color shift within the upper itself. It has this kind of bluish green, kind of gray color shift to it that actually looks really, really nice in person. And it accents surprisingly well with the orange rim going through the bottom and of course in the sole plate. So Chapter 4, what does this colorway actually signify? This shoe represents Cristiano Ronaldo coming to Manchester United wearing his number 28, and then Sir Alex Ferguson giving him number 7. So that is kind of what this shoe is supposed to be, or supposed to represent, and you'll find a representation of that right here on the back. And you'll see close up, it's probably a little bit difficult to see on camera, but you're going to see in silver you have VII, which obviously is the number 7, but in front of the VII you have in kind of a clear coat XX and then one more I at the end. So you have represented 28 and then highlighted number 7, representing that change, which I think is a really, really cool little detail that if you don't know the story behind this particular shoe, you're going to miss that completely and not really know what that means. So I thought that was a really neat detail. As far as the inspiration for the colorway itself is concerned, obviously it's forged for greatness. That is the name of Chapter 4 for CR7 story by Nike, and it's inspired by a hot iron being forged into shape. Again, I think pretty fitting when you actually think about that concept and what the shoe actually looks like. You get the red hot orange, how the metal would change when it gets really, really hot. And then the top part almost has kind of an oil slick type look that just looks really, really cool. So essentially what you have as a base here is 2 shades of gray for the actual Flyknit material. So you have that in the collar with certain accent colors in the darker gray, the laces, and then the main part of the upper is, like I said, the lighter and darker gray, but you can actually see it on the sides here closer to the laces where there isn't any Nike skin covering it. The Nike skin layer though, it's semi-translucent in the parts that are this kind of purplish green color. So you can actually see some of the pattern underneath of the actual different shades of Flyknit, which is pretty cool. It's kind of the first time that we're seeing something like this from Nike, in that you get a special color and you can also see the Flyknit underneath, which again, I just really, really like how that looks. And again, the color shift is pretty dramatic. So the shoe itself has a very unique look overall. Then you're gonna find that it has this kind of fade into eventually what is essentially a very bright orange color, kind of running the rim of the shoe. I know a lot of people have said that this looks like Nike is copying the Messi line and their signature colorways, because obviously they've been doing the fade from the bottom as well. Cristiano Ronaldo had a signature colorway in the past of a Vapor that also had kind of a pink rim around the bottom. I'm sure a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about. It's a black upper with the blue and white accents, and then of course the blue and pink kind of fade from the bottom on the sole plate into the upper. So not necessarily a copy of anyone, I would say. I don't really like it when people say that brands are copying each other in regards to colorways. I think that this is unique. I think that what Adidas is doing with the Messi line in regards to colorways is pretty unique. I think it's more so just coincidence rather than one brand copying another. So that's not something that I would really argue too much about with this particular shoe. As far as other details you're going to find, of course, you do have your Nike swoosh in black right here on the medial side. And then unlike a regular Superfly, instead of a swoosh, you actually have the CR7 logo, where actually the CR is kind of blended into the actual upper itself, kind of underneath the Nike skin. It is debossed on the upper, so you do actually get to feel it. It does have texture to it. And then the 7 itself is a metallic silver color. So that kind of stands out and gives it a little bit of a different look in comparison to previous CR7 colorways, where the CR7 is perhaps a little bit more prominent. Again, I showed you guys the detailing there on the back. And then of course the sole plate also looks really, really cool. It's a translucent orange. Same thing goes for the tips of the studs. And because it is translucent, you get to see some of the structure of the Nike plate, sole plate internally, especially through the midfoot area, which again, I think just looks very, very cool in general. So overall, I think this is a surprisingly good colorway. It's much better looking in person than I was expecting. And again, I wouldn't actually mind wearing these. I think they look pretty cool. I'm actually going to show you the insole as well, because that is a little bit different than a regular Superfly in regards to at least how it looks. So here's a look at the insole. It's bright orange in color, and then it does have this little CR7 logo that they made specifically for this shoe, where it reads, forged to the exact specifications of Cristiano Ronaldo. And then it has, of course, the little CR7 logo in the middle. So again, fitting the theme of the shoe, very cool little extra detail. But aside from that, it's just a regular Superfly 5 insole. So in regards to actual performance, obviously this is just another colorway of the Superfly. It's not actually different at all in comparison to a regular colorway. So if you want to learn a little bit more about the overall performance of the Superfly, I'll leave a pop-up on screen to a playtest video that I have on my channel. You get to see the shoes in actions. You get to hear me describe what it's like to actually wear this shoe, what the experience is like of wearing a Superfly 5, which if you are interested in a pair of these, the information in that video should help you out tremendously. So again, if you haven't seen it, little pop-up in the corner of the screen, be sure to go ahead and check it out. That's enough about the shoes themselves though. Let's take a look at how they fit and feel on feet. So you can see here on the right foot, I actually swapped in some Orange Punch reflective SR4U replacement laces, just because I thought it accented really well with the bright orange on the bottom of the shoe. Very, very close match. And again, I just think it's a cool little accent. If you're going to go bright, you might as well go super bright. So if you are interested in a pair of SR4U replacement laces, the website to go to is www.sr4ulaces.com. There'll be a little pop-up on screen as well as a link down below in the description. So be sure to go ahead and check that out if you are at all interested in a pair. So in regards to putting these on, because it is a mid-cut model from Nike, again, some people struggle with the opening being a little bit smaller because of the collar design, but it's really not a big deal. Once you get used to doing it, it's something that you can do pretty easily and pretty quickly. What I like to do is put my thumb here at the back, grab this front part, kind of pull it open like this, and then just get my foot halfway in and make sure I'm kind of using my thumb to support this back structured piece so I'm not putting any kind of significant pressure, and then just pull my foot in. Pretty easy process, not that difficult to do. And once you actually wear them and the collar does stretch a little bit, which it will inevitably do, not to the point where it's sloppy or anything like that, but it will give a little bit. Again, getting them on will be that much easier. So I'll just tie this one up really quickly and we'll take a look at both of the shoes on feet. All right, so here they are on feet. Again, I think they're really good looking shoes in regards to how they fit and feel. Again, no difference from a regular Superfly 5. This is simply just a new colorway, but the Superfly in general is a really interesting fit overall. Super tight, really, really close wrap on your foot, pretty much no extra space whatsoever. That's kind of been a signature of the Mercurial, but with this Flyknit upper in comparison to something like a Vapor 10, which has more of a super thin kind of raw feel on your foot, this is a little bit softer. It's definitely more flexible, and it does have that kind of sock-like sensation with, again, a tight wrap, a very structured feel on your foot, in that you do get the flywire cables that run through the actual upper itself, and it really gives you a nice locked-in sensation when you pull the laces tight. Very, very responsive feel, and again, a true one-to-one connection. Also a touch on the ball that is definitely on the thinner side, so if you like that barefoot feel, you're going to get it from the Superfly 5. The only thing that you're really going to have to get used to here is the actual fit in the heel area. Given that this is a mid-cut model from Nike, that's something that will feel different from a standard low-cut shoe. And then a lot of people also notice the Nike plate sole plate, which is kind of anatomically shaped. You sit ever so slightly in the sole plate. I don't find it uncomfortable, but it definitely will feel a little bit unusual, at least the first time that you put them on. But I think it's very beneficial to the overall connected sensation that you get to this particular shoe. In regards to width, it's a Mercurial, so it does have a tight fit overall. Not ideal for wider foot types. So if you have wide feet, probably not a great option, but if you've worn Mercurials in the past and didn't have any issues, you're unlikely to have any problems with the Superfly 5 either. And in regards to sizing, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit and the length is absolutely perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair of these for yourself, I would strongly recommend going true to size in order to achieve the best possible fit. So that is it, guys, for my review of the Chapter 4 CR7 Nike Mercurial Superfly 5. Again, if you're interested in a pair for yourself, you can click the little eye in the corner of the screen or click the very first link down below in the description. On that page, you'll find Buy It Now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick these up below their normal $325 retail price. If you have any questions regarding this shoe, leave them down below in the comments and I'll do my best to answer all of your questions. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all of my social media information linked down below in the description as well. Other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.